A few years since we got the Haslab Galactus, but we just saw in the Fantastic Four trailer Galactus is coming. And what is that going to do to the Haslab's price? Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host, Dakota, here with my co-host, Jordan, and today we're talking Galactus. Now, we had kind of speculated when Galactus was pre-ordering that we would maybe see Galactus in the Fantastic Four movie, and the trailer has confirmed Galactus is coming. He's not a giant space cloud monster. He's got his helmet and everything. He is a tangible, humanoid-looking character, which I'm super excited about. I was super disappointed in the older Fantastic Four movies when he was just a space cloud. I'm excited.
You're ready for him to have a physical body.
Exactly. You and I, this was early in our collecting when the Haslab was being ordered and everything. So we saw what happened with the Sentinel. The Sentinel was like 300 and something bucks to buy. I can't remember exactly what it was, maybe 400, but whatever it was. When it first came out, it was going for like $1,000. I think I saw a few sales for $1,100 was the highest it got to. It's come down since then, but still, that was a really good investment. So you and I got together with our wives. We were saying, "Hey, wives, look at what happened with the Sentinel. We should probably go together and buy ourselves a Galactus so that we can sell it, and we'll be able to make like $200 each. This will be great."
So
that was not the case.
Dakota has his own Galactus, but we have a joint
Yes.
custody Galactus chilling in box at my mom's house that we wanted to stash away to appreciate and value.
And it really hasn't done much.
appreciated. We don't appreciate it not appreciating because
Right.
what were those numbers you were looking at, Dakota? If
I
you
think
bought
you can
Galactus,
sell it
he was
for
about $420.
Yep. Don't
you
ask
could
me
go
how I
for-
remember that he went for that much, but yeah. Now he's currently, depending, going for about 550, and maybe there's some higher sales, but there are lower sales too. So I don't think really too many people, like especially in the Facebook groups, like strong collectors, you're probably not paying 550 for him. You're probably able to get a little bit cheaper of a deal, which is great for you all. Sucks for us when we tried to invest in it. And you know what? Go back and listen to our scalper episode, because that's not scalping, folks. Haslabs is impossible to scalp a Haslab.
We shelled out the cash.
Fight me in the comments.
We're taking the risk.
Yep.
Right.
And we are not reaping the rewards.
No.
Yet. But, Jordan,
Yet.
with the Haslab, or with Galactus coming to the MCU, that was kind of your pitch the whole time. I was like, oh yeah, we're going to get this. We're going to sell them immediately. It's going to be a quick flip type of thing. And you were like, well, what if we waited until the Fantastic Four movie comes out, and if Galactus shows up, like that could really skyrocket the price. I didn't think we would make it this long with having him on ice, but we have, and he's coming. So is this going to make Galactus appreciate in value? And if you think he is, where do you think the sweet spot is going to be? Is it going to be the build-up to the movie, and you sell him off before we get disappointed with how Galactus is in the movie? Or do we wait until after the movie and Galactus blows our minds and people love him even more?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough because I feel like in the past, a lot of it has been has it been like build up with MCU stuff, like Moon Knight?
Like,
was he
I was
going
gonna say
crazy
Moon Knight-
before, or was it during? I don't
I
really
think
remember.
Moon Knight was kind of like, it was definitely not after. It was kind of the before, and like episode 1, 2, maybe 3 was kind of
So
that
it
sweet
just
spot
hit.
to get rid of him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends. I could see. I think the movie's going to do well, and I think people are going to like it, and it's going to be kind of like this is the MCU's back for a lot of people, as far as like not back, but like they're doing something kind of they haven't done before. It's a little more original. It's a little bit different, and I think it's going to do well. So, I guess we'd have to check in the weeks leading up. Is it going to if it's going high, but I feel like it could be more of those when it comes out, then everyone's like, oh, shoot, Galactus, that was so cool seeing him in live action. People have been, I mean, the people who have been disappointed and hurt as badly as you by the Space Cloud, Dakota, are going to probably be so happy to finally see, even if the movie's not amazing, to see what looks like a comic-accurate Galactus on screen. I think that will make you be like, I want that figure. And it's probably going to look pretty darn similar to the Haslab.
I mean, I do think that everybody can have their own collection, but I would say that like Galactus is like the statement piece that any Marvel Legends collector, personally, I think should have. I think you should have Galactus. I understand like if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. If you don't have the space, whatever. But I have Galactus, and I love him. That's perfect.
Probably most iconic, important, big character to have in that scale. So.
Yeah. And, all right, now, Jordan, I said my Galactus is perfect. But I think there's a possibility we could see a made-to-order Galactus.
Okay.
With the hype of the movie coming out, and you might be saying, like, oh, but they did a Haslab Sentinel. They did a made-to-order X-Men 97 Sentinel. I don't think they would do an MCU made-to-order Galactus. I think they would do more of the, like, Toy Biz-looking classic. Like, I feel like the Haslab Galactus we got was a little more modern looking. I think we could see a little bit more classic, maybe scale him down just a little bit, you know, save the money. He's not going to come with heralds or anything, but it's going to be that kind of more classic Galactus. Yeah. What do you think? We were talking before this. You were like, there's no way they're going to do another Galactus. Now what do you say?
I mean, I could see it at some point. I don't think it'd be like this year.
Really? We haven't seen any made-to-orders yet this year.
It surprised me. I mean, I'd take it if it was like OG Galactus where he's got like a cut-off shirt and little shorts with his little skirt. I would buy that.
No, you would not. No, you would not.
I would
that
buy
would
a first
terrible.
appearance. I would buy first appearance OG classic Galactus.
That would look awful.
For sure.
No.
Put a
Hasbro,
picture
don't
of
do that.
Put a picture
I'll
of
put
him
a
up,
pic-
Dakota,
yeah, I'll
and
put a
let the
picture of it,
viewers
but
decide. In
let
all of
us
his
know if you would buy
bearskin
it.
glory.
Yeah, would you buy that for $200? No, you wouldn't.
At least give me some alternate arms with his cutoffs.
Some swappable
Can I
arms.
get that? Yeah. No, they wouldn't do that. It'd be more, you're right, classic comic looking, less of that. You're right. I think if they did it in the style of the Toy Biz, scaled it up a bit, that would make a lot of sense. I could see him doing it. Maybe he's...
Would I need that Galactus, Jordan? I think
See,
I
to
think
me,
I could pass
would,
on that.
Okay, yeah, you could
But
pass.
you
I'd
should
be
buy
more
it.
inclined to get it because with space, I don't necessarily need Galactus as big as he is, but I would like a Galactus that's bigger than Toy Biz, with some modern frills. I could see them doing that. I have a hard time seeing it this year, though, to be honest with you. But
yeah, they could wait to see the hype of like how good was the movie, how well received was Galactus as a villain. Do we make him or not?
I could see him having that in the can, ready to go, and some people, a lot of people, I think, would be excited for it. So yeah, I could see it happening. I don't think it's impossible. I'm not sure how soon. You know,
like I think the trailer is doing a good job of building some hype for the Fantastic Four movie. I think it's overall very well received. I think I'm surprised even to see people like wanting the like retro carded Fantastic Four, just the team, because those were I had just put community post up last week of that High Evolutionary and Human Torch from that wave going for like $9.95. Like it doesn't get much cheaper than that for Marvel Legends, but people are still kind of wanting to collect that team. I think the best team for the Fantastic Four is probably the Walgreens Fantastic Four. Yeah.
I sold all those off, I think, in anticipation of us getting more by now, which there's got to be that retro stuff coming, right? Or something. Some Fantastic Four's got to be coming to us.
Yeah, I'm sure there is, and I'm sure they'll do the movie figures too. But yeah, I was kind of thinking that we would get more because we haven't gotten any Fantastic Four figures since the retro cards. Maybe they'll be Maximum.
Hey, that's an idea. I wish someone would tell me. Go back, folks, and listen to our Maximum Fantastic Four speculation.
Right.
But, I mean, I could definitely see a rollout of similar to Giant Man. Like, here's your Galactus coming. Oh, by the way, here's a whole bunch of new Fantastic Four figures. And then you get all that synergy of, like, oh, I need that, I need that. Maybe throw in some other characters that are just round out your whole Fantastic Four experience. I could see that being a pretty smart rollout if that's how they do it.
Yeah, and I think that could be another episode of like another well, we've probably already done it, but the Retro Fantastic Four wave, like what figures could come with that. But I just don't think you could do the actual team in that wave. So that's why it's like it's got to be something a little different than the retro cards, because they've already done the Fantastic Four on the retro cards. So it'd have to be kind of those like adjacent members, like a She-Hulk, which people really want. I can't remember what Johnny Storm's like scroll wife was named, but maybe her.
Oh, Lila.
Yeah, stay tuned for that episode. But
I think
Galactus,
maybe.
I think we're going to see his price go up. I kind of wondered because it is a HasLab and it's already at the like $500+ range. Like, how much is it actually going to go up? Like, are we going to? I really don't even like. I'm saying all this and I'm like, oh yeah, it's going to go up. But is it even going to hit 700, Jordan? That seems like a lot. And there was so many produced. I think it was like with the Sentinel. I can't remember the exact numbers. Somebody can correct me in the comments. But I thought it was like maybe there was like 4,000 or 6,000 Sentinels made. So it's like that's a lot, but that's not that many. With Galactus, there was I think 16,000 made. So it's the market's a little bit flooded there.
Our commenters let us know. Are any of you sitting on a Galactus waiting for him to go up?
Yeah, and if you're not, it might be a good time to buy it. If you were like, oh yeah, I'm going to wait for Galactus to tank, I think he's going to go up. That's my prediction. But also, if you're wanting that classic Galactus, maybe it would come.
Based completely on Dakota's imaginations.
Yes, only on my delusions, my imaginations, my dreamings. There's no leaks about it. There's nothing like that. I'm just thinking it's possible.
My reliable source, my mind.
Right. So trust that if you want to. But I mean, I really don't trust that if you're really wanting Galactus. Probably buy it now. Yeah, maybe you could sell it later if they announce the other one, but then that's probably going to drop the HasLab's price. Anyway, that's been our speculation on Haslab Galactus and what he's going to do in the market. Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, stay strong. I just hate to be the people right underneath Galactus.
Oh my god! Ah! That'd be a good skit. Boom, boom! A couple buildings get knocked down. There's just a big. Instead of the Galactus helmet shadow, there's just a big long cylinder hovering over the city.